Welcome back. So this is our third and final practice for our multiplication strategies this week. We have talked about in practice 1 how to do repeated addition. In practice 2, we talked about partial product. And in this practice, we are going to talk about doubling and halving our numbers. So during this last practice, before you go and do it on your own, I want to encourage you to think about the multiplication strategy that you enjoyed best, because you'll be implementing that later. So in this strategy of doubling and halving, it is important that you look at your numbers you are multiplying by and you think what number would be the easiest to double or to multiply by 2, and which number would be the easiest to half or divide by 2. So on your piece of paper, we're going to use the same problem we've been using in our other practices. So we're going to use 12 and 2/10 times 5. So looking at these numbers, I know that I could multiply both of them by 2. However, if I divide 5 by 2, that's going to give me another decimal, and that probably will make things a little bit harder. So what I'm going to do is I am going to divide 12 and 2/10 by 2. All right, which means I am going to double or multiply 5 by 2. So I am doubling and I am halving. So when I cut 12 and 2/10 in half, I could do the long division way, or I could just think, well, half of 2 is 1, and half of 12 is 6. So half of 12 and 2/10 is 6 and 1/10. Then I said I was going to double 5. So 5 times 2 equals 10. All right. Now, you may remember this from the beginning of the year, or you'll get a nice refresher this week, but 6 and 1/10 times 10 is really just all about decimal notation. So I know that when I multiply this decimal times 10, that is going to move my tenths place over to my ones place, okay? Maybe you've heard that the decimal moves to the right when multiplying by 10. So I know that 6 and 1/10, 10 times is going to equal 61.